The Galactic Council had existed for 12,000 cycles, and in all that time, no species had ever been foolish enough to challenge their authority twice. The Council's chambers floated in the void between stars. A massive structure of crystalline spires and quantum-locked corridors where the fates of civilizations were decided with the casual indifference of gods. Mace stood in the center of the judgment arena, his worn combat boots planted firmly on the translucent floor. Below him, nebulae swirled in colors that had no names in human languages. Around him, 7 towering aliens sat in judgment, their forms ranging from the gelatinous mass of the Quellery to the chitinous nightmare that was High Arbiter Zexther. Human, Zexther-esque, voice rattled through the chamber like stones in a grinder. You stand accused of violating Sector 7 quarantine protocols, destroying a Council enforcement vessel. And the creature's mandibles clicked with what might have been amusement, interfering with a sanctioned harvesting operation. Mace's jaw tightened. Sanctioned harvesting. That was what they called it when they'd descended on Colony 7, rounding up families like livestock. He could still hear the screams echoing through his ship's comm system. Still see Jin's face on the view screen as she transmitted those final, desperate coordinates. "I want to see her," Mace said, his voice level despite the rage burning in his chest. The human female. HFY Stories swiveled. "She is being processed for labor assignment. You should concern yourself with your own fate." I said. Mace took a step forward, and immediately 6 council guards materialized around him, their particle weapons humming with lethal energy. "I want to see her." The Quellery delegate, a quivering mass of translucent flesh, burbled through its translator. "This one displays the typical human arrogance. Perhaps an example should be made." Perhaps Zexther agreed. "But first, let us ensure the human understands his position. You see, Mace of Earth, your species is still under probationary status. You have no rights before this council. Your colony violated territorial agreements. The harvest was legal. Your interference was not." Mace's hands curled into fists. "You took children. We took resources. Your sentimentality about offspring is irrelevant to council law." Zexther leaned forward, his massive form casting shadows across the arena floor. "Here is what will happen, human. You will be remanded to a correction facility. The female will be sold to mining interests in the Outer Rim. Your colony's survivors will be dispersed. And Earth," the mandibles clicked again, "Earth will receive a formal notice of censure. Perhaps, in another 1,000 cycles, your species will learn to obey your betters." The chamber fell silent except for the hum of the guards' weapons. Then Mace smiled. It wasn't a pleasant expression. It was the smile of a man who had already made his peace with violence, who had run the calculations and found them acceptable. It was the smile that had made him a legend in the border wars, the smile that had earned him the Calcine Reaper before he'd tried to leave that life behind. "You know what your mistake was?" Mace asked quietly. HFY Stories quivered with irritation. "Enlighten me." "You threatened someone I love. In human culture, that's not just an insult. It's not just a declaration of war." Mace's smile widened. "It's a signed confession that you don't understand what humans are capable of when you take away everything we care about." Bold words for a creature surrounded by mace. Moved, the nearest guard never saw it coming. Mace's elbow struck the alien's weapon arm with surgical precision, redirecting the particle beam into the guard to his left. As that guard collapsed, Mace was already pivoting, his hand closing around the fallen weapon. 3 shots. 3 dead guards. 2 seconds, the chamber erupted into chaos. Alarms shrieked. Blast doors began descending. More guards teleported in, but Mace was already moving, using the arena's central column for cover. The particle weapon felt wrong in his hands to light. Too fragile, but it would do. Secure the human. Zextha roared. Mace didn't try to fight them all. He didn't need to. He just needed to reach the detention level. Just needed to find Jin. Everything else was noise. A guard materialized in front of him. Mace shot him. Another behind. Mace dropped, rolled, came up firing. The translucent floor shattered under particle fire, revealing the maintenance shafts below. Without hesitation, Mace jumped. He fell through 3 levels before catching a service ladder, his shoulders screaming in protest as his momentum nearly tore his arms from their sockets. Above him, guards were already following, their weapons lighting up the shaft with deadly precision. Mace dropped again, hit a lower level hard, and ran. The detention block was a maze of energy fields and quantum locks, designed to hold the most dangerous criminals in the galaxy. Mace didn't care. He moved through it like a ghost, his military training kicking in, years of combat experience guiding his hands. He overloaded 3 power junctions, triggered a cascade failure in the security grid, and when the energy fields flickered and died, he found her. Jin was in the 3rd cell, her auburn hair matted with blood, her flight suit torn, but her eyes, those defiant green eyes, they blazed with the same fire he remembered. Mace. Her voice cracked. You idiot. You beautiful, stupid idiot. Can't let them have you, Mace said, helping her to her feet. Can't let them win. Behind them, the sound of approaching guards echoed through the corridors. Jin grabbed his face, forcing him to meet her gaze. There's no way out of here. You know that. There's always a way out. Mace pulled a small device from his pocket, the emergency beacon from his ship. I didn't come alone. Jin's eyes widened. You didn't. I did. Mace activated the beacon, sent a message to every human colony, every independent ship, every mercenary crew that owed me a favor. Told them what the Council did. Told them where to find us. Through the station's hull, they felt the distinctive shudder of ships dropping out of FTL. Dozens of them, hundreds. Maces come crackled to life. Reaper, this is the fleet. We have you on scanners. Stand by for extraction and a pause. We're beginning orbital bombardment of Council defense platforms. Thought you might want to know, Zextha's voice boomed through the station's intercom. This is an act of war. Mace pulled Jin close as the first explosions rocked the station. Through the viewport they could see human ships' colony defenders, merchant vessels retrofitted with weapons, even a few Earth Navy destroyers engaging the Council fleet. You wanted to know what humans are capable of, Mace whispered, though Zextha could no longer hear him. We're capable of anything when you threaten the people we love. We're capable of burning down empires. We're capable of turning your perfect order into ash. The station shuddered again. Somewhere, hull plating was breaching. We're capable of making sure that threatening a human is the last mistake you ever make. As the rescue shuttle docked and Mace and Jin ran toward freedom, the Galactic Council learned a lesson that would echo through the stars for generations. Humanity could be peaceful, could be reasonable, could even be subordinate, but threaten what they loved. And they would show you what 12,000 cycles of civilization had failed to teach the galaxy. that mercy was a choice, not a weakness, and that some species didn't need permission to fight back. They just needed a reason.